Hi there. Today I'm here to talk to you about how presentations and public speaking can be important in your daily life. Whether it's through college courses, careers, or in your day-to-day life, public speaking is important. As it is discussed in Chapter 5, being able to publicly speak can lead you on a fast track to success. So here today I'm offering to help you become a better speaker and give you some tips that might be able to help you in the future. So the number one problem with public speaking is anxiety. In the book, The List of Lists, it is the number one fear of all people across all nations. In comparison, the fear of dying is number 7. So it's pretty important. Some symptoms of anxiety can be sweaty palms, accelerated heart rate, trouble breathing, and also memory loss. So basically, the way in order to fight this is just to relax. One of my sources suggested that what you do is just breathe. Before you even start your conversation, address your audience and take that time to take your nervous anxiety and focus it to your audience and being able to use it in a productive manner. Ways in order to relax is mostly to just know your material, be prepared, and practice. So, next up you have the style. Style is very important. It can vary from being able to where you stand with your body language, how you move your hands, how you move your head, to your pitch, because if your pitch is too high, that shows you're nervous, and being able to practice helps calm those nerves, and you can be able to be a more effective communicator. The pace in which you speak. If you are using a lot of statistics or a lot of big words or a lot of information that has to be processed and understood, if your pace is too fast, then your audience will have trouble keeping up and following along. Also, and a good style to practice is breathing. If you start to talk, you run out of breath, then your message is messed up and people don't follow along and can't keep up with what you're trying to say. So, also, another thing that you should not do is basically to read what you write. Because reading makes you seem like a robot. You're like, I am here today to tell you about this, and people don't want that. They want authentic communication, something that they can understand and they actually think you're telling the truth. So, if you're going to actually have to read something, be able to write notes on note cards or on your PowerPoint slide and the little note box at the bottom, something that is big enough with a large font to read and something that you can pick up quick and keep going. There's also another way to increase your style is to use humor. Now, humor is not always appropriate, but if it is, it's always a good thing to add to get your audience to relax and to get to understand you and give you a little bit more credibility and help you, just ease into your topic and get everybody on the same page. Also, it is recommended for your style to use different types of handouts or visual aids. Visual aids can run from, video presentations from other people or YouTube videos, graphs, charts, statistics, all sorts of things like that. But it's also very important to be prepared. Now, preparation can come in many forms, in many ways. It's nice to practice what you're going to say before you say it. Practice your pitch, to stretch your voice, so that way you're ready to not only talk to the front row and the people close to you, but reach the people in the back row. Within a presentation, everyone has to hear you and understand what you're trying to get across, so that way your message is received and understood by everybody and not just people that can hear you in the front row. Know what you're going to say. Know your work. So if you're talking for a business presentation or for a class work, you want to understand what you're trying to say and then say it as it comes. Like, for example, this thing right here. Finding websites and finding the information and being able to process it and understand it, so that way it comes across to you like, I know what I'm saying, so that way you can get a grasp and understanding and it'll be more beneficial to you. Another thing to do is to also know your audience. That is a key thing, because the context of the situation, such as being in a classroom where you have people who are the same age, usually around the same, growths and beliefs, but if you are in a work environment, you don't want to be able to tell jokes when you're supposed to be serious, and you don't want to have like a over the top age where you're trying to direct a message to teachers and faculty as opposed to like a student in like a grade school. If you're trying to use big words and use terms that aren't really easily understood, then the child that might be your original target audience is not understanding that because the gap is too much. Another thing that can go through style or also in your preparation is just know when to end. Being able to cut off yourself and not ramble on and not use a whole bunch of wrong information or to just keep going on and on and on can lead to not only a misunderstanding, but it can also put your audience in a trance where they don't want to listen or they just lose their attention. So speaking of learning when to close, that's it for me today. I hope you learned something. So thank you and have a good day.